CIET NCERT presents audiobook Khel Yatra, textbook of physical education and well-being for grade 7.
Page 27, Unit 2, Physical and Motor Fitness. On the left side of the page, you will find a QR code. Scanning the QR code will take you to additional resources about this chapter. There's a picture in the top right corner of page 27 where some girls are playing Caterpillar Race. This unit focuses on improving heart health, muscular strength, and agility through structured exercises and activities. Students will enhance their running, jumping, and movement skills while learning proper techniques for endurance and strength training. They will also explore the importance of warm-up and cool-down routines, ensuring injury prevention and muscle recovery. Through hands-on activities, discussions, and self-reflection, students will experience the role of large muscle groups in movement and development, the ability to sustain physical activity over time. Additionally, they will learn about traditional games from different regions, fostering cultural awareness and diversity in physical education. Page 28. Set it up, knock it down. Set it up, knock it down is an exciting and quick-paced team game that combines strategy, agility, and cooperation. Get ready for a fun-filled experience. There is a table in the middle of the page. Warm-up, overhead arm stretch, cross-leg toe touch, skill, set it up, knock it down. Cool down, calf shakes, single leg knee hugs, both leg knee hugs. Circle time, personal goal. How to play. Mark an area of about 20 by 10 meters. Place the markers randomly throughout the marked area. The number of markers should be more than the total number of students. An equal number of markers should be facing up or down. Form 2 teams of 10 students each. Form 2 to 4 teams of 5 to 10 students each. One team will be markers up and the other will be markers down. Each team member will also count the number of markers they flipped. On the whistle, the students of the marker up team will flip the markers down to markers up position and vice versa. Page 29. On the top of the page, there is a picture where some children are playing Set It Up and Knock It Down game. The game will be played for 2 minutes. The game will be stopped by blowing the whistle. Count the number of markers up and markers down to decide who won the game. Play multiple rounds in odd numbers, and after each round, each individual will set a higher individual goal of flipping the marker. This activity of setting the goal will be repeated after every round. Individuals are free to reset their target. Circle time, personal goal. Discuss how many times you increased or decreased the goal and why. If you were to repeat the same activity, what would you do differently? Pop up. Always set realistic but challenging goals. Page 30. Dhan Ki Bori. Dhan Ki Bori is a lively and entertaining activity where pairs complete by racing with one student carrying the other on their back. It encourages to work in sync and cooperate with others. It helps in developing strength, balance, and coordination. There is a table in the middle of the page. Warm up, shoulder rotation, quadriceps stretch, and torso rotation. Skill, Dhan Ki Bori. Cool down, calf and hamstring stretch, trunk backward stretch, and forward stretch. Circle time, own body weight as resistance, gravity. How to play. Form a pair. One student will be the carrier and the other will be the rider. The students will take position at the starting line and run towards the finishing line. The rider will wrap their arms around the carrier's shoulder and their legs around the carrier's waist. Race will begin with the whistle. The carrier will run towards the finishing line while carrying the rider. After the carrier reaches the finishing line, the roles will switch, carrier will become the rider, and rider will be the carrier. The pair will come back to the starting line to finish the race. The pair who finishes first will be the winner. Page 31. There is a picture on the top of the page where children are playing Dhan Ki Bori. Circle time. Own body weight as resistance, gravity. Discuss within your group to identify who found the race more challenging and why. List down some games or activities where you have to work against gravity, such as pull-ups or holding a plank. Pop-up. Use the different body postures to increase the difficulty. Page 32. Caterpillar race. Caterpillar race is an enjoyable and demanding team activity. It emphasizes the value of teamwork because each team member's contribution is essential to the group's success. It helps to develop coordination and timing because all team members have to work together to progress. It is a fantastic method to have fun, build unity among participants, and inspire teamwork. There's a table in the middle of the page. Warm up, forward and backward bending, cross toe touch. Skill, caterpillar race. Cool down, calf shaking, both knee hugs. Circle time, working with others. How to play. Students will form different teams. The number of students per team can vary depending on the size of the group. Form a straight line. Each team member sits on the ground behind the others. Each student extends their arm to hold the ankles of the student behind them. The team slides on the ground to move forward in sync. The idea is for every member of the team to move together, mimicking a caterpillar's motion. Page 33. On the top of the page, there is a picture where some girls are playing caterpillar race. The team members use their legs and arms to push and pull themselves forward while maintaining their grip on the ankles of the student at the back. The first team to cross the finish line with all members still connected in their original positions wins the race. Circle time. Working with others. Discuss the movements which helped you move better together and discuss the movements which created an obstacle or hindrance. Pop up. Coordinated movements improve efficiency. Page 34. Count and Connect game. Count and Connect game is an interactive outdoor activity that combines movement while working as a team. The goal is to find a partner or form groups according to the number called by the teacher. There is a table in the middle of the page. Warm up, forward and sideward lunges with trunk rotation. Warm up, forward and sideward lunges with trunk rotation. Skill, Count and Connect game. Cool down, deep breathing, ground touch. Circle time, types of resistance. How to play. Point 1. Mark a circle on the ground. Point 2. Students will move around the circle as per the teacher's instruction. If the teacher says frog jump, students will move while performing frog jump. If the teacher says run anti-clockwise, then students need to follow the instructions. Point 3. Then the teacher will suddenly calls out a number. For example, 3 or 6. Point 4. The students need to form groups with the exact number of students as the numbers are called out. Point 5. Students who cannot find the group with the correct number of students, they will either be out and let them sit inside the circle or perform a fun challenge like doing 10 burpees given by the teacher, and after that they can rejoin the game. Page 35. On the top of the page, there is a picture. Some children are playing count and connect game under the instructions of their teacher. Circle time. Types of resistance. While performing different actions like jumping like a frog, turning directions, running against the wind, swimming, you must have felt different resistance on your body. Name new activities and identify their respective resistance. Pop up. Change the resistance to change the difficulty level of the activity. Page 36. Skipping race. Skipping race is a fun and energetic activity that involves participants skipping to a finishing line. It develops coordination and balance. There is a table in the middle of the page. Warm up, burpees, skill, skipping race, cool down, quadriceps, calves and hamstring stretch, circle time, good technique and form. How to play. Point 1. Mark a starting and end line. The distance between the lines can be 20 to 40 meters. Point 2. Divide the students into teams. Point 3. The first student in the lane will begin the race by skipping the entire distance, alternating feet while hopping before returning to the starting line and passing the skipping rope to the next student. Point 4. The sequence will continue till the last teammate gets their turn. Point 5. The team that finishes first wins the game. Page 35. On the top of the page, there is a picture where 3 girls are performing the skipping race. Circle time, good technique and form. Point 1. Identify different techniques adopted by the students and relate it with the ease of doing it. Point 2. Identify the techniques which help the student to move faster. Note for the teacher. The teacher will help the student to understand the importance of correct technique and the efficiency of movement. Page 38. Atya Patya. Atya Patya is a traditional Bharatiya tag and running game, often referred to as a game of agility and strategy. The playing field is a rectangular court. The objective is for the runners to cross as many trenches as possible, while the defenders try to tag them out. The game emphasizes speed, quick decision making, and teamwork. Similar type of game is played in other parts of the country with different names and rules like Daryabandh, etc. There's a table in the middle of the page. Warm up, spot jogging, leg swings, and calf stretches. Skill, Atya Patya. Cool down, quadriceps stretch, hamstring stretch, torso stretch. Circle time, prerequisites for playing the game. How to play. Point 1. Form two teams as the runners and the other as the defenders. Point 2. The runners attempt to cross all 9 lanes from one side of the court to the other without getting tagged by the defenders. Point 3. Defenders stand in each lane and can only move sideways within their designated lanes to tag runners. One of the defenders can start and move in the center lane. Point 4. The runners score points for every lane they successfully cross without being tagged. Page 39. Point 5. If a runner is tagged, they are out, and the next runner takes their place. Point 6. After all the runners have taken their turn, teams switch roles. The team with most points at the end wins. Point 7. Ensure safety by encouraging controlled movements and maintaining sportsmanship throughout the game. Point 8. The game ends after 4 innings, scoring turns, of 7 minutes each, with each team having 2 innings to score. The team that scores more points will be declared the winner. At the bottom of the page, there is a picture where some boys are playing Atya Patya. Page 40. Circle time. Prerequisites for playing the game. Discuss the prerequisite skills that influence the outcome of the game. For example, changing the direction while running. Describe more such skills. Pop up. Prerequisite skills will help you minimize the chances of injury and play the game better. Page 41. Food for health. At the top of the page, there is a table. Warm up, jumping jacks, lunges, spot running. Skill, food for health. Cool down, full body stretch. Circle time, make your own plate. How to play. Point 1. Divide the students in 2 groups. First group will be called as type of food and the other will be source of food. Point 2. Choose 4 students for type of food group and give 3 students the name of macronutrients like protein, fats, and carbohydrates, and 1 student as junk foods. Point 3. Now give remaining students the name of their favorite food such as soya bean, bread, butter, pizza, etc. And they will be called as source of food group. Point 4. On the blow of whistle, students will start running in the designated area and the type of food group will chase and try to catch its sources. Point 5. Whichever source catches all its sources first will win. Point 6. Reverse the roles in the next round. Page 42. On top of the page, there is a pyramid along with a ladder showing a boy climbing up, depicting types of food and nutrients. First, grains. Make half your grains whole. Eat at least 85.05 gram of whole grain cereals, breads, rice, etc. every day. 28.35 gram is about 1 slice of bread, about 1 cup of breakfast cereal, or 1.5 cup of cooked rice, cereal. Point 2. Vegetables. Vary your veggies. Eat more dark green veggies like spinach and other dark leafy greens. Eat more orange vegetables like carrot and sweet potatoes. Eat more dry beans and peas like French beans, kidney beans, and lentils. Point 3. Fruits. Focus on fruits. Eat a variety of fruits. Choose fresh or dried fruits. Go easy on fruit juices. Point 4. Milk. Get your calcium-rich foods. Go low-fat or fat-free when you choose milk, yogurt and other milk products. If you don't or can't consume milk, choose lactose-free products or other calcium sources such as fortified foods and beverages. Point 5. Protein-rich foods. Go lean with protein. Choose low-fat or lean non-veg and poultry. Bake it, broil it, or grill it. Vary your protein routine. Choose more fish, beans, peas, nuts and seeds. For a 2000 calorie diet, you need the amounts below from each food group. Find the amount that is right for you. Eat 170 gram of grains every day. Eat 2.5 cups of vegetables every day. Eat 2 cups fruits every day. Eat 3 cups milk products every day. Eat 156 gram protein-rich food every day. Page 43. Lead up activity. The students will form a circle and the Antakshari will be played. Point 1. Divide the students into 2 teams, and one student will stand up and randomly call one food item of their region. Point 2. The student will be asked to narrate the called food items, type and source. For example, dal and kidney beans are sources of lentils and are types of protein. Point 3. The correct narration of the type of food and its source will get a point. Point 4. The next student will call the food item starting from the last alphabet of the food item called by the previous student. Point 5. The team that gets the highest marks will be the winner. Circle time. Make your own plate. Teacher will discuss about balanced diet and the students will paint a thali with their local or regional dishes representing a balanced diet. Page 44. Dapo Nair Ka Sunam. Dapo Nair Ka Sunam, also known as bamboo wrestling, is a traditional wrestling game played by the tribes of northeast states. This unique sport showcases strength, technique, and strategy, as 2 students engage in a contest using a bamboo stick as their primary tool. There is a table at the middle of the page. Warm up, butt kicks, and ankle toe rotation. Skill, Dapo Nair Ka Sunam. Cool down, static stretches for arms and legs. Circle time, feeling the different muscles. How to play. Point 1. The game involves 2 students who face each other, each gripping one corner of a bamboo stick. At the bottom of the page, there is a picture where 2 boys are holding a bamboo stick and playing Dapo Nair Ka Sunam. Page 45. At the top of the page, there is a picture where 2 boys are playing Dapo Nair Ka Sunam. Point number 2. The primary aim is to push the opponent back and out of the marked circle while maintaining balance and control of the bamboo stick. Point 3. Students must use their strength and technique to push their opponent off balance, causing them to fall or push out of the circle. The student who succeeds in making their opponent fall or push out is declared the winner of that round. Point 4. Students can use footwork, body positioning, and leverage to outmaneuver their opponent. Point 5. The game is typically played in an open and circular marked area, allowing students to move freely while engaging in the contest. Page 46. At the top of the page, there is a picture of a boy pushing another boy out of the circle. Circle time. Feeling the different muscles. Try to remember the name of muscles as discussed with the teacher in Unit 1 and enlist the muscles which you felt while performing the activity. Note for the teacher. Teacher will discuss how to feel the major muscles involved, for example, front thigh and rear thigh, while touching the partner to feel the muscle involved. Educate the students on gender sensitivity. Pop-up. Do you know there are approximately 630 muscles in the human body? Page 47. Madhu and Manu. Madhu and Manu is a tag game where two teams, the Madhu and Manu, race to their respective safety zones without getting tagged by the other team. There is a table in the middle of the page. Warm up, mountain climbers, jogging. Skill, Madhu and Manu. Cool down, lower body stretching. Circle time, agility. How to play. Point 1. Establish two goal lines on opposite sides of an area. The class is divided into two groups, Madhu and Manu. Point 2. The groups face each other at the center of the area, about 5 feet apart. Point 3. The leader calls out either Madhu or Manu using a ma sound at the start of either word to mask the result. Point 4. If Madhu is the call, the Madhu chase the Manu to the goal line. Point 5. If Manu is the call, then the Manu chase the Madhu to the goal line. Point 6. Any student caught goes over to the other side and becomes a member of that group. The goal is to capture the most number of students. Page 48. There are two pictures on this page. In the first picture, children are playing Madhu and Manu. They are standing on either side of their team. In the second picture, one team is chasing the students of another team. Page 49. Variations. Point 1. Toe to toe. Instead of facing each other, students stand back to back about a foot apart in the center. Point 2. Red and blue. Instead of using calls, throw a piece of cardboard, red on one side and blue on the other, into the air between the teams. If red comes up, the red team chases, and vice versa. Point 3. Nouns and verbs. When the leader calls out any verb, the nouns team chases, and vice versa. Point 4. Odd and even. Throw a large foam rubber dice in the air. If they come up even, the even team chases. If they come up odd, the odd team chases. Circle time. Agility. Discuss with your teacher about the difference between running straight and changing direction while running. Pop-up. Agility is the ability to quickly change body position, vary your speed, maintain balance, and react swiftly. Note for the teacher. Discuss some activities with the players which involve a change of direction quickly while moving. Page 50. Skipping song. A skipping song involves a combination of two locomotor skills, a step and a hop. Like a gallop, a skip has an uneven rhythm with more emphasis on the step than the hop. This results in a light, gliding motion where the feet briefly lift off the ground before reconnecting. There's a table in the middle of the page. Warm up. Shoulder circumduction, flexion and extension of shoulder, half squat, lunges. Skill, skipping song. Cool down, child's pose, downward dog. Circle time, cardiovascular, endurance. How to play. Point 1. Mark an area of about 20 by 10 meters. Point 2. Students will stand in the starting line with the skipping rope in hand. Point 3. While running, students will skip the skipping rope with their right leg or both legs and then repeat with the other foot. Point 4. Students will perform the activity for as long as they can without any break. Point 5. Some students will learn to skip by pretending the floor is very hot, and that as soon as they step on it with one foot, they will want to hop right back off it. Page 51.6. Some students may learn by imitation, and others learn by holding hands and skipping with someone who knows how. The latter method is particularly effective for students who can skip on one side and not on the other. In the middle of the page, there is a picture depicting a boy and a girl playing skipping song game. Variations. Point 1. Play skipping song and ask the students to accompany it with skipping. Some students may find that the rhythm of the music helps. Point 2. Once students are skipping successfully, provide some variety by suggesting them to skip in circles as lightly as possible, quickly and in curving and zigzag paths. Page 52. Circle time. Cardiovascular endurance. Point 1. Discuss how skipping for a long time feels like and enlist the reasons which helped you to perform the activity even when you were already tired. Point 2. Discuss the need for such exercises that are done for long durations and what kind of fitness is required to do so. Note for the teacher. Teacher will discuss how to feel the major muscles involved. For example, front thigh and rear thigh, while touching the partner to feel the muscle involved. Educate the student on gender sensitivity. Pop-up. Activities that are performed for a longer duration strengthen your heart and lung capabilities. Page 53. Assessment. Instructions. Point 1. Perform each fitness test and record your baseline result. Point 2. Set a goal for improvement. Point 3. Retest and compare your progress. Point 4. Teachers should ensure they set up the testing environment. Point 5. The procedure for conducting each test is mentioned in the annexure. Agility. Test. T. Test. Point 1. Baseline time, blank space, seconds. Point 2. Goal. Improve by 1 to 2 seconds, blank space, seconds. The blank space is provided for the students to fill the answers. Cardiovascular endurance. Test. 600 meter run or walk. Point 1. Baseline time, blank space, minutes. Point 2. Goal. Improve by 10 to 20 seconds, blank space, minutes. Or test. 3-minute step test. Measure heart rate after. Point 1. Baseline HR, blank, BPM. Point 2. Goal. Lower HR over time. Blank BPM. Strength and muscular endurance. Push-ups maximum in 1 minute. Point 1 baseline blank space reps. Point 2 goal increase by 3 to 5 reps. Blank space reps. Squats maximum in 1 minute. Point 1 baseline blank space reps. Point 2 goal increase by 5 to 10 reps. Blank space reps. Page 54. Plank hold time. Point 1 baseline blank space seconds. Point 2 goal hold 10 to 15 seconds longer. Blank space seconds. Flexibility sit and reach test. Measure reach in inches past toes. Point 1 baseline blank space inches. Point 2 goal improve by 1 to 2 inches. Blank space inches. Speed 50 meter sprint. Point 1 baseline time blank space seconds. Point 2 goal improve by 0.2 to 0.5 second. Blank space seconds. Reflection and progress. Point 1 in which area maximum improvement was observed. Blank space. Point 2 what was the biggest challenge? Blank space. Point 3 how can I improve further? Blank space. Unit 2 ends here.
Khel Yatra, you were just listening to this audiobook. Textbook of Physical Education and Well-being for Grade 7. Narration Mansi Chauhan. Sound Recordist Prasoon Kumar. Production Assistant Soumya Malik. Directed and produced by Vimalesh Chaudhary. This audiobook is brought to you by CIET NCERT, New Delhi, India.